Hi everybody, Atik Ahmed Bhatti here, joining you from Homeopathic Voices from Around the World, which is the companion to the Homeopathy Health Show that I host and produce for UK Health Radio and the homeopathy community at large. So today I'm going to be, hopefully, joined by Dr. Samir Chaukkar, who is joining me from Spain. So I'm just going to press go live, okay? Hopefully it will connect. Dr. Samir Chaukkar is actually in Spain, joining me live. And here we are. Dr. Samir
Hello.
Chaukkar, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm good, sir. It's a great day here in Seville, Spain. Just in the part of the conference, attending sessions. There are around 4 or 5 huge halls here. But it's always nice to spend some time with you too.
Yeah, no, it's really good. So, firstly, tell me what you're doing in Spain. Or should I say, I already know, but let those who are listening in live now and those who will listen in again, why are you in Spain?
Now, uh, I would say I'm in Spain because I like to travel. That's my first reason. But the, but the
Fair enough.
second reason is LMHI, which is the Liga Medico Homeopathic Association, which has a huge base all over the world. And I also am a member of the association. And every year they have a huge conference, which is a World Congress.
Hmm.
So this was instituted in 1924. So this is kind of a centenary year for them, and they have chosen this beautiful place called Seville in Spain,
Hmm.
which is very beautiful. The weather is absolutely good. The hotel where they have organized the conference is a beautiful hotel, and speakers from all over the world have come here, and they are sharing their knowledge, their cases, their research, and it is one thing should not be missed by any homeopaths, for sure.
Brilliant. And you are also presenting a paper, correct?
I presented a paper today morning at 9 o'clock on role of homeopathy in autism caused due to abuse in pregnancy, which is my research topic since few years now, and I've been studying and following up with cases where there was abuse during pregnancy and the child born was autistic, ADHD, or some learning or behavioral disorders.
And I'm quite sure that it goes without saying, it must have been very well received.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good.
I was happy that the hall they have named was Hanneman Hall, and they have called the halls as Hanneman, Margaret Tyler, Kent, Herring, Bonnie, and I'm happy that I was able to present in Dr. Hanneman's hall.
You know, in maybe in 50 to 100 years, because these conferences, because homeopathy will obviously become, in celebrity terms, homeopathy is going to become a global sensation as
Absolutely.
far as healthcare is concerned. It's absolutely going to happen, okay? So we know that. All homeopaths know that. It's the second largest system of medicine already on Earth, and it's very, very quickly going to become, if not the first, it's going to certainly become parallel, because of what it offers, because of the things that it offers, And yeah, I think one day maybe there'll be a hall named after you too, hey?
Yeah. And I'm happy that so many countries are participating, and as far as Peru and African countries, and not only Asian countries, but some countries like even Nepal. Some delegates have come from Nepal. There is one or two presentations from Nepal, which indicates how homeopathy is deep rooted in most of the countries, and it's just a little time from now, and homeopathy will cross over and become the primary system of medicine.
You
I'm
know,
sure about it.
you're absolutely right, because of the homeopathy health show which I host and produce. I have homeopaths from all over the world joining me on the show, as you know, and it's really taking off. It's this is absolutely the time, and I've said before that 2024 is the year of homeopathy, and It is. It's the year of homeopathy because so many millions of people are coming towards homeopathy. That makes it a year of homeopathy, right?
And another thing which I wanted to share was there was a poster presentation also, and we saw so many posters as far as homeopathy and veterinary system is concerned, homeopathy and dentistry is concerned. So, I mean, homeopathy is widely used in other systems also. That I mean, that tells us it is just like an octopus. I feel it has its arms all over and it can take care of all the living organisms on the earth. I feel,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Now, as far as autism and due to abuse in pregnancy, I know that we are going to do a workshop. We're going to do a homeopathy health show episode on this, or maybe an episode or two. And we're also going to be looking at Bach flower remedies as well. So we're doing some Q&A sessions, aren't we, on YouTube very soon. But do tell me about some of the examples that you have received as far as, when you talk about abuse in pregnancy, what do you mean? I mean, are you referring to physical? Are you referring to mental, emotional? Is it other types of abuse that perhaps we're not too privy to?
I mean, to start with, we have to understand the development of the baby in the womb. I mean, as early as 8 weeks. I mean, I was surprised, and when I read this and when I started talking to people about this, it is as early as 8 weeks the baby starts listening. I mean, baby can actually listen to what its parents are speaking, what the vibrations are, what kind of emotions are, even music. So 8 to 16 weeks, can you imagine, Abhi, that around 16 weeks they can really understand. If the mother and father are arguing, the baby in the womb can understand that and can also be affected by it. So it's so important. So abuse means it's all kind of abuse, just like it could be a verbal abuse, it could be physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, neglect of any kind. I mean, it takes me back to my understanding, which I always used to feel, that why a married girl, when she becomes pregnant, she goes to her mother's place, around seventh month of pregnancy. And I used to feel, why is this and what is this? So this is so much related to the science, that around seventh month, when the synapses are formed and broken, because there are many synapses which are formed around seventh month, eighth month, or around that time, the synapses are broken up and proper networking starts. Around that time, any fight, any stress in the mother can lead to problems of this synaptogenesis and cause even, the cleaning up of synapses is not done. And there is a majority circuit, it's like a short circuit which
Hmm.
happens in the brain of the fetus when he's born. And that's the exact cause of autism. So all these abusive behaviors can badly affect the mother, and therefore around seventh month, sixth month, the mothers go to their mother's place. They are made happy. They are given whatever they want to eat. They look at happy children pictures. So the importance of a mother being happy during pregnancy is scientific. It's not something, something, it is, not cultural, not traditional, but it is scientific.
My question for you then is that, not from a homeopathic perspective purely, when somebody presents a child who may sadly be suffering from autism or be on the spectrum, certainly, parents themselves are not necessarily always open to have that conversation. When we talk about the homeopathic simillimum or the totality, or we want to really get to the root emotional, mental focus of the case, parents don't necessarily want to share for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it could be embarrassment, sometimes just they don't want to share. How do you then get to the root cause, the causative factor or factors? um, Please do elaborate.
So usually, whenever a patient or when a when a parent or when a couple comes with a child with autism or autism like symptoms, I don't have a strict case format. I just start talking with them. I ask them about the pregnancy. I just look at the child. I just look at the chemistry between the parents, what's going on. So these kind of observations. So a case taking, before case taking, plays a very important role when you're dealing with autistic kid. When the autistic kid comes, whether it sits alone or it is clinging to the mother, or it comes near you, wants to sit on your lap, or is scared, crying to enter into your clinic. All these observations are very, very important. And after this observation comes the actual case taking. So I give a lot of importance to what I observe in the child and in the parents before I really start the case taking.
You
And
know,
as you
yeah.
rightly said, it is a stigma. Parents, they really don't like their child to be labeled as autism or ADHD
Mm.
or a conduct disorder. So, as homeopaths, the one thing that I feel good about homeopathy is that we are not interested in labeling the child as autistic or ADHD. We are looking at the symptoms and we are prescribing the remedy. The only thing I need to educate parents is that just tell me the symptoms of your child and don't tell me the symptoms of autism, because they come up saying with all the symptoms of autism which we are not interested as homeopaths. So tell me the symptoms of your child, how your child differs from another child. That is important for me.
You know, that is those words are absolute magic, what you've said. They're so, so, so important, for homeopaths listening as well, because it's very easy when somebody presents to diagnostic reports and whatnot, and all these diseases which are labeled, oh, you have this or you have that. Well, is it really, what is it in homeopathic literature? It's very different, isn't it? It's like saying, oh, I have eczema. But in homeopathy, as you know, when we do ailments from, or we do skin eruptions, yes, dry, scaly, pustular, whatever it is, food and drink disagree. It's a totally different way of thinking. And it's so important what you've said. I absolutely echo that. That it's fine if you have 10 children who say, we've been diagnosed with autism. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What is your child experiencing? What are the symptoms? What have they been through? What have you been through? When did it start? And this is, you touched upon observation. Is the child clingy? Is the child active? Is it hyperactive? Is it running away from something? And so many other things. Is it twiddling its thumbs, playing with its hands, clapping, whatever it may be, humming? But it's so important to observe, isn't it? It's so important for homeopaths. It's actually critical to the case, right?
I mean, what we see with many homeopaths is as soon as the kid enters, as soon as the parents enter, we start asking them questions without observing.
Mm.
When actually observations can lead to the remedy within 5 or 10 minutes. So you don't have to really ask so many. So exact observation is the key to many problems and especially autism. I
You know, every time, I mean, this is just something personal I'm sharing. I know we're live, but every time I see a patient, I always am very quiet at the beginning, because
Yeah,
just one is important for them to relax, because you can't just go in like a steam train and start talking because it's too much. Let them settle in their surroundings. But at that time, you can pick up so many things. In fact, dare I say it, but 50% of the time, the remedy just comes through because and then whatever they're saying actually proves that it is that remedy. Sometimes it can be more than one, but depending on protocols used. But it's so important, isn't it? That the what I'm saying is the focus on observation. You know. So now tell me, what else are you doing in Spain apart from enjoying yourself?
I'm meeting a lot of
Yeah.
homeopaths and friends. That's very important because I saw somebody from South Africa today. I met somebody from UK. I met somebody from, of course, India, because India is such a huge country that we normally don't meet. But somebody from Delhi and somebody from Chennai. So many homeopaths coming here, and it's a treat. I'm sure that's the only word, because it's like a treat of four days. It's full of fun and frolic with homeopathy, and that's how I learn homeopathy, because it has to be learned with fun. I mean, you can't be really serious sitting with books and repertories and computers. I feel talking with your friends, understanding what they are doing, discussing cases with them. This is the best, scenario that a homeopath should look. Therefore, attending conferences, attending seminars, very
It
important. I always
is.
tell all
I
my.
absolutely agree with you. I was going to ask you, who was the homeopath from England?
Huh?
Who
Pardon?
was the homeopath from England?
Uh, I- Actually, I haven't. I mean, you caught me there because I haven't met anybody from UK yet. But there are many homeopaths, and today is only the first or second day. In fact, it's the
Hmm.
first day. Yesterday was just inauguration. So probably by tomorrow I'll be able to know, because then many new people coming up. In Brazil, there are a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I met a lady who was a coordinator there when I was in 2014, 2015 in Brazil at Rio, where there was a LMHI conference. And she has come here today, and it was so nice to see her again after so many years. The conference was held in Copacabana Hotel near the Copacabana beach
Wow.
in Rio. She was the coordinator there today. We both saw each other and were so happy. There's another old homeopath called Dr. Hiltner. He's a very, very old homeopath, but he goes everywhere to all the conferences, and he's like an encouragement to me. That in spite of his 86, 87 years old guy who goes all over the world attending seminars. I mean, we at a young age of maybe 45, 50, 55, we might think of, oh, what's the use of going there? But look at the strength and look at the grit this man had traveling from one part of the world to another. So
Going back to the topic, which is autism as a result of abuse in pregnancy, how have you, I mean, I don't need to ask this, but for those who are going to listen back and watch, and it's not just homeopaths, of course, so what are the results? What have you seen when treated homeopathically?
see, the first thing is when we are seeing a person or a child with autism, they are already on a lot of treatments, lot of enzymes, lot of supplements, lot of resveratrol, lot of anti-hyperactivity drugs.
Mm,
So we are getting a mixed picture of the disease, which is very, very important. So when a mixed picture, according to Hahnemann also, Organon has said that when a person comes with mixed symptomatology, either you wait, give them placebo without something so that the original unmodified picture comes up, or if it is urgent, then you give something based on the complex picture itself. So many a times the child comes up with hyperactivity, echolalia, no eye to eye contact, not following words, not following demands, and very, very hyperactive, or even up to the level of imbecility where they pass stools and they are putting their saliva on the board or something like that. So either they are hyperactive, they have problems with sensory, or they have problems with their uh, urine or bowel control.
mm,
So this is how they present to us. That time it is very imperative. It is very, very important to find out what remedy you can give and to give some results immediately. Because if you tell the person to stop or give a placebo or not give some remedy for a long time, the parents are not going to wait. They are going to go to another doctor. They are, it's like they are, skipping from one doctor to another. You have to give some results. Remember,
mm.
so you have to look at the mixed picture, prescribe, and then probably it gives you some time to do a constitutional remedy again and treat layer by layer. Many a times it is a layered treatment, for autism. It's like an onion peel. You just remove the peel one by one.
What's the effects of toxicity on the child? How does that affect? And again, I'm asking purely for those who are going to listen in.
A lot of talk and lot of stuff and lot of research is done about toxicity, about metal tox, detox, and all that. But as far as homeopathy is concerned, my personal view is, and I think could be the view of many homeopaths, that using a detox and using a constitutional homeopathy. I think when you're giving a constitutional homeopathic remedy, it itself is a detox to whatever the metal, toxicity is there in the body. So I don't think we require any metal detox or any poly detox or whatever which is available in the market nowadays. Because today itself I had a session of autism where one lady was talking about detox of antibiotic detox, steroid detox, cortisone detox. I mean, if your remedy is right, if you've taken the case properly, if you've given the remedy right, our homeopathic remedy can detox all the negative stuff in the child and give you positive results. That's what I believe, and that's what I see in my results too. So I don't require any detox in my.
It's quite interesting you say that because it just goes back to the innate healing abilities that we all have within us.
Yes.
It's absolutely phenomenal, and whether you are a student of medicine, whether you're a student of homeopathy or Ayurvedic medicine or China, irrespective of whatever it is, whatever modality you're training in, right? The fact is the human body is one absolutely incredible being, that one or two doses can make such a difference. Oh, I know now. I do know that you're joining me from a very busy venue as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
there
mean,
are
there are a
going
lot
to
of
be
people around here. There are a lot of.
so there may be some distractions, but I think that's we'll call it a day here. Thank you so much for joining me, and we are going to do some Q&As on batch flower remedies, which you also specialize in, and we are going to be talking more in detail on the podcast about autism and pregnancy, and I look forward to that very much. But Dr. Samir Chaukkar, you are a living legend, and I will talk to you very soon.
We all students, I think, you know that, I think, bhai. We all students of homeopathy. I really don't believe that anybody is a legend because even Dr. Hahnemann said that you require more than one lifetime to understand homeopathy. So we are all students of homeopathy.
You're still a legend.
And you're my role model.
I will talk to you very, very soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
All
Have a
right.
great day.
Best of
Bye
luck.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.